Alright, everybody. So it looks like war with Iran may indeed be a thing. So, good old Reuters, they recently did a poll, and I've examined their methodology. It seems that they did a pretty good job of polling about as many people as they could, and it seems that about half of U.S. adults are pretty much solidly convinced that we are going to war with Iran. I'd say about nearly half, 49% of all Americans, disapprove of how Republican Trump is handling relations with Iran. The poll found within 31% saying they strongly disapprove. Overall, 39% approve of Trump's policy. The survey showed that 51% of adults felt the United States and Iran will go to war within the next few years, up by 8% from a similar poll published last June. In this year's poll, Democrats and Republicans were both more likely to see Iran as a threat, and to say war was likely. Iran was characterized by 53% of adults in the United States as either a serious or imminent threat, upon 6 percentage points from a similar poll last July. In comparison, 58% of Americans characterized North Korea as a threat, and 51% characterized Russia as a threat. Despite their concerns, 60% of Americans said the United States should conduct a preemptive attack on the Iranian military, while 12% advocate for striking first. If Iran attacked, however, 79% said the U.S. military would retaliate, 40% favored a limited response with airstrikes, while 39% favored a full invasion. We should not strike first, because if we're wrong, and they weren't going to attack us, then we just committed an act of war. We committed something that is technically a crime. Never attack first. I don't consider Iran a serious threat. It's a much smaller country. Their military couldn't begin to compare to ours. Their only hope would be to have nukes, and they don't have nukes, and they clearly stated they don't want to have nukes. Any statements that they describe as bellicose have been few in number, and mostly just in response to America's bullying. This is just another case of America's sickening foreign policy, of just bullying other countries into behaving the way we want them to. Quite frankly, I've pretty much just had it up to here. But we've sent ships into the Gulf, near the coast, and we've threatened that if they do anything, we will be putting them on notice. Overall, it would seem that war is likely if we don't stop this crap and just learn to behave ourselves. I mean, again, I have yet to find any clear reference to any actual threats. Statements that could indeed be categorized as bellicose, but they've been in response to the shit we've been saying. I choose to believe that we're the aggressor here, not Iran. We're the ones being aggressive and provocative. Our government needs to cut it the fuck out with this bullshit. But, you know, if events continue going down the course they do, war with Iran, yeah, unfortunately it's probably going to be a thing. I obviously don't want it to be a thing, but well, yeah, there you go. The polling results are clear. People say there's going to be war, because our politicians decide they wanted to be provocative jackasses. Anyway.